Deep in the quiet town of Everbrook, where the hills rolled like waves and the rivers whispered secrets, lived a boy named Leo. He was no ordinary boy. He had the heart of an adventurer. While other children played with toys, Leo loved exploring forests, climbing trees, and searching for hidden treasures. One afternoon, while helping his grandfather clean the attic, Leo stumbled upon an old wooden chest covered in dust. Curiosity sparked in his eyes as he lifted the lid. Inside, wrapped in a faded cloth, was a rolled-up piece of parchment. "A map?" Leo whispered, unrolling it carefully. It was unlike any map he had seen before. Strange symbols covered its surface, with a shining star drawn at the very center. At the bottom, an inscription read, "Follow the Silver River at night, and the Lost Kingdom will reveal itself." Leo's heart raced. A lost kingdom? This was the adventure he had always dreamed of. That night, as the full moon glowed in the sky, he packed a small bag with his compass, a flashlight, and some snacks. Then, he set off towards the Silver River. The Silver River was quiet, its waters reflecting the stars above. Leo followed its winding path, his eyes scanning the trees for any sign of something unusual. After an hour of walking, he saw it's a large ancient stone door standing alone in the middle of the forest. Its surface was covered in glowing symbols, just like the ones on the map. In the center, there was a star-shaped indentation. Leo reached into his pocket, feeling the map. Something told him this was the entrance to the Lost Kingdom. He traced his fingers over the symbols, and as he did, the door began to shimmer with golden light. Then, with a deep rumbling sound, it slowly swung open. Beyond the door was not just a cave or a ruin, but an entire kingdom hidden beneath the stars. Towers made of crystal stretched into the sky. Bridges of glowing vines connected floating islands, and the streets were paved with stones that twinkled like diamonds. Leo stepped forward, barely able to believe his eyes. He had found it the Lost Kingdom of Starfall. As Leo wandered through the kingdom, he noticed something strange. There were no people, only statues of men, women, and children, frozen in time as if they had been turned to stone. At the heart of the kingdom stood a magnificent castle, its golden gates slightly open. Inside, Leo found a grand hall with a single throne. Upon it sat a statue of a queen, her hands resting on a silver staff shaped like a crescent moon. Leo stepped closer and noticed an inscription on the wall. "Only the light of a true heart can awaken the stars." He wasn't sure what it meant, but he knew one thing: this kingdom had been trapped in time, and he needed to find a way to bring it back. As he explored the castle, Leo found a room filled with old scrolls and books. One of them told the legend of Starfall. Many years ago, the people of Starfall lived in harmony with the stars. The queen, guardian of the Starstone, kept their light shining bright. But one night, a shadow covered the sky, and the Starstone was stolen. Without its light, the kingdom fell into an eternal slumber, waiting for a brave heart to restore it. Leo's eyes widened. He had to find the Starstone. Just then, a soft voice whispered, "Who dares enter the kingdom of Starfall?" Leo spun around to see a glowing figure, a young girl with silver hair and a dress made of stardust. She floated just above the ground, her bright blue eyes filled with both hope and sadness. "Are you a ghost?" Leo asked. The girl smiled. "I am Nova, the last guardian of Starfall. I have been waiting for someone like you." Leo straightened his back. "I want to help. Where's the Starstone?" Nova's expression turned serious. The Shadow Thief took it to the highest tower of the Night Fortress. If you are truly brave, you must go there and bring it back. Leo followed Nova's directions, climbing the winding staircases of the kingdom until he reached the Night Fortress. It was dark and cold, with sharp black spires reaching into the sky. At the top stood a massive door, guarded by a pair of glowing red eyes. "You shall not pass," a deep voice growled. A towering, shadowy creature emerged, its form shifting like smoke, its long fingers reaching toward Leo. Leo's heart pounded, but he clenched his fists. "I won't leave without the Starstone," the creature laughed. "Then prove your heart is strong." Suddenly, the fortress shook, and the floor beneath Leo cracked. He had to think fast. Then, he remembered the words on the castle wall. "Only the light of a true heart can awaken the stars. Leo took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and thought of all the good things in his earth's love for adventure, his kindness toward others, and his determination to bring light back to Starfall. When he opened his eyes, a brilliant golden glow surrounded him. The shadow creature shrieked and retreated as the light filled the room. And there, on a pedestal, was the Starstonia shimmering gem that pulsed like a heartbeat. Leo grabbed it and ran. As he reached the bottom of the tower, the fortress crumbled behind him, swallowed by the darkness. Back in the castle, Leo placed the Starstone into the Queen's silver staff. A pulse of light shot through the kingdom, and one by one, the stone statues began to glow. The Queen gasped as color returned to her cheeks. The people of Starfall woke from their eternal sleep, looking around in wonder. Tears filled Nova's eyes. "You did it, Leo. You saved Starfall." The Queen stepped down from her throne and knelt before Leo. "Brave traveler, you have restored our home. Starfall will forever be in your debt." Leo smiled. "I just wanted to help." As the kingdom celebrated, the Queen placed a silver star pendant around Leo's neck. "This will always remind you that courage and kindness shine the brightest." As dawn approached, Nova led Leo back to the stone door. "It is time for you to return," she said softly. "But remember, you are always welcome in Starfall." Leo nodded. With one last look at the glowing kingdom, he stepped through the door. When he opened his eyes, he was back in the forest, the morning sun rising over the hills. In his hand, he still held the silver star pendant. Smiling, he whispered, "Until next time, Starfall." And with that, he turned toward home, knowing that adventure